Hello and welcome to the house, Valentina. I'm Valentina, and today I am sharing some of my tips and tricks and secrets about how to create a luxury look and get those new luxury trends that are coming out in a way that is still affordable. So I'll be sharing the trends, some pieces that you might want to be looking out for, and all the links will be down below for the items that we feature in today's video in case you want to shop some of these trends. If you are as excited as I am about talking about luxury design and doing it on a budget, make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up. That is the dog. Louis. Okay, Louis is going crazy. Louis is into this idea. I hope you are too. Hit subscribe, thumbs up. Let's go. Our trend number one is one that at first when it came out, I gotta admit, I was like, ooh, is round furniture here to stay? I think round furniture is a classic item. And you guys know that I love following classic luxury. I just love things that have a timelessness to them. So I think that there's some trends that are gonna come and go, and the rounded furniture is one of those that if you play your cards right, you can take this trend and incorporate it into your home and give it a lasting quality, because ultimately having something that is affordable also comes down to how long you keep it. So if you're gonna keep that sofa for 20 plus years, it's a little different than if you're gonna keep it for 20 days. I think round furniture can be quite trendy, but you can do it in a classic way. You can use a very clean lined fabric. I really love those rounded sofas and fabrics like velvets. You can do them in a white cotton, you can do them in white linen. All of these fabrics can be done in performance fabrics, so they really give you longevity on your pieces. I think too, the curve that you choose is really important. When you're looking at the different options that are out there, I would keep my eye out for the rounded sofas and the rounded chairs and this rounded furniture that just has a little bit more of a smooth design, and the finishes on the pieces themselves are really high end. I think that will give you the lasting quality and the lasting look that you will want year after year. So whether you replace your sofa, or even if you just want to pop in a couple rounded back chairs into the rooms that you already have, it's a great way to incorporate this trend in a lasting way that you'll really, really enjoy. Brass accents are not a new trend in the luxury design world, but it's one that's really kind of come to the forefront. For so long we were seeing chrome, we've seen a lot of matte black, there's been a lot of materials, but for some reason brass it just always comes. It just always is here. It's always here because it's such a great option. Brass accents are one of the most affordable ways to create a luxurious look in your home without breaking the bank. There are so many great options out there right now that you can grab something that's less than $100 and you can create a really beautiful look on your coffee table, on your console tables, your bookshelves, even dressing up your bedside tables and even in your bathroom. I use these in my kitchen as well. So you really can go pretty far with those brass accents. Take them around your house, add them here and there, and it will give you a very high luxurious look without having to spend a lot of money. One of my favorite trends right now is this concept of work of art furniture. I love this trend. I think it's so beautiful, and I think it comes from the idea that we as a generation really value artisanal furniture. We value handicraft, sites like Etsy. That's something that's so a part of our generation that we don't even really think about it anymore. But we have a focus on wanting to have things that are handmade, supporting artists. That's something that's really important to us. So when that translates to furniture, we like to have our furniture look as though an artist has created it. And many times companies are actually partnering with designers and artists to create pieces of furniture that really give you that feeling as though it's a one-of-a-kind work of art. There's so many options, whether you're just adding a chair to a room, maybe you're switching out your dining room chairs to give yourself a different look. You can also have a beautiful statement bed that just has this sort of work of art feel to it. It's just something that's a little bit different. There's an attention to detail, and it just has that feeling as though an artist, some creative person that has a little bit more of an abstract thought has created this piece just for us. And I love these pieces. I think that they really add such a high level of sophistication to your space, and they make your space also feel as though you're a person that appreciates art. You're a person that values the creative mind. And I think that that really gives off a very high-end vibe. I am so into channeled furniture. Please raise your hand, just hit like, let me know down in the comments if you are like, please, the channeled furniture is just so good. It's just so good. I love it so much. And we are talking about that vertical channeling on the furniture, on the upholstery. It's good on the bed, it's good on the sofa, it's good on chairs. You can have it in your dining space, you can have it as bar stools. It's just so good, and it just feels so tailored. I think that's the part that I really like. It doesn't matter whether you have a really classic style or you're looking for something that's a little bit more forward-facing. These pieces really just have a very lasting quality to them, and I think it's beautiful. I think it just feels so sophisticated. It feels a little bit extra. It's that attention to detail that really gives you a high-end feel. I'm gonna leave you all the links for my favorites because I want you to be able to shop them if you're interested. A lot of you guys say that you like to check those out, and even if you save the idea and it's on your little idea list for what you want to do, I think a piece like that will last you for years. It's not something that's going to come and go at all. It's a trend that will give you a very sophisticated high-end feel, but it's not going to break the bank because it's going to be around and you're going to keep that piece for years. While we're talking about channeled upholstery, let's take a minute and talk about another trend that I really love as well, which is the channeled furniture. You can find channeled furniture in all different materials right now. I've seen it on sideboards, I've seen it on bedside tables, console tables. It's really just a trend that I think is really extra special. It just is a way of adding a little bit of texture and interest to your pieces without having to go to maybe something that's a little bit more rustic. It's a really good way of adding interest and something that's just a little high-end feeling, because that detail work is not necessarily something that would be super cheap. It takes a lot more work and craftsmanship to make it, and yet there's so many great options that are out on the market that this is a trend that you really can bring home in an affordable way. And you can pair it with your books that you already have, artwork you may already have. There's ways to just incorporate it right into your home without having to break the bank. Bedside tables, side tables for your family room. These are all really easy ways of including it if you're not quite ready to maybe spend a lot of money, but there's also beautiful sideboards and console tables that are absolutely gorgeous, and there's so many options. You will find that this trend is really easy to bring home, and yet it has a very classic, sophisticated feel to it and has that longevity that we just can't help but love in a piece. Have you guys noticed bolstered upholstery has been so in? Now, I have to tell you, I love the bolstered look when it's on a dining table. I've got one picked out that I'm like, oh, I wish I had a spot for it because I love that look so much. When this trend is put on upholstery, it really just has a very fun, modern look to it. And I think that this is a trend that's not going to go out of style. It has that sort of artistic feel to it that really just feels like you just really appreciate the arts, you appreciate the creativity that goes into something, and you're looking for something that's just a little different. One chair being changed out with that look would completely change the way that the entire space feels. I think that it's a great trend. Doing it in classic fabrics will really help you to have that sort of longevity. You guys let me know what you think of the bolstered upholstery look. I think it's fabulous. This is a trend that I feel never really goes out of style. Anytime that you're using a natural material like that, you really value having something that has a unique quality to it. And there's so many pieces of furniture that you can really get that had that marble look. I think it's one of the prettiest things that's out there right now, and I have to admit, I'm obsessed with it. I love the dining tables, I love the desks, I love the coffee tables that are out there. You can even do bedside tables, side tables. It just feels like this trend has really caught on. I think the reason why that so many of us love it is because there is a raw, natural feeling to it, which is something that so many of us really value right now. It really feels very luxurious. And I think what also makes it really special is it goes back to that same idea that we want something that feels artisanal and unique, and marble is never the same. You're gonna have a hard time finding two slabs that ever look the same. Whatever piece you're doing it in, you're going to end up with something that's truly unique and special, and it's gonna be one of a kind to you. And I think that's why we just can't help ourselves. It's just like, oh, I love this so much. It's so beautiful, it's so timeless, and it's really unique, and I think that's why it's a trend that's not gonna be going out anytime soon, maybe never, and I think it's something that we can really appreciate for many generations. And when you buy a piece like that, it's something that you can pass down to your kids and your neighbors and, you know, your friends that love to receive things like that. I also love the trend of the artful accessories. I feel like all of these are kind of based off the same exact idea that we're looking for something that's unique, it's something different and special. There's so many artful and sculptural accessories that are out there. This is one of the easiest ways to give yourself a luxury little mini makeover without having to break the bank. There are so many affordable options out there right now. You can do anything from bookends to sculptures to boxes. The vases are out there. There's so many actual just sculptures and busts, the rings that you see, and the brass knots. My regular subscribers are like, oh, this woman and her brass knots. But there really are so many beautiful options out there. You'll have a lot of fun getting to just create something that is really unique to you, something that really catches your eye. Look for something that you really, really love and feels really special and means something to you. And then that will give you that sort of artistic vibe. It'll give you something to talk about when you're friends. Hopefully all your friends get to come over and your family is getting to come over again. You'll have lots to talk about, and these pieces will just really give you that artistic elegance and that high-end look. Solid rugs are not necessarily something that's new or on trend or off trend. It's just something that we're seeing that people are starting to move away from stripes. They're starting to move away from geometric patterns. They're starting to move away from even Persian style, even the vintage rugs that have been so in for so long. We're starting to see more and more people wanting to use solids. And there's a lot of really great materials out there. You can still do wool rugs, you can do synthetic rugs that have a nice shine to them. You can also find silk rugs that are the ultimate luxury. And there's affordable options for all of that. It's really a great trend to be able to bring in. It can really freshen up a room. If you have a room with a tired space, bringing in a new rug that just feels really fresh it's an easy way of updating your space and really just bringing that whole space up. So think about even your bathrooms, your entryways, your hallways, your kitchen. How can you update those spaces with a new rug? Would that really give it a new life? Maybe try a different color. Louis, you Louis? You see him? That's right. Are you letting us know? You think solid rugs are good? You think solid rugs are good? So definitely incorporate this one into your home. Think about how you could switch out your rug in a certain space and just really just give yourself a nice refresh in your space. Again, with not having to break the bank, but really your rugs will make a huge difference. If they're getting a little tattered, if they're like mine and they have red juice spilled on them, spilled by me, not my children, it might be time to update the rugs, get something new, give yourself a good refresh, and it's a really inexpensive way of creating a new kind of look in your space, yeah, without having to spend a ton of money. finally, there's so many great trends that we've talked about today. I think abstract lighting is one that I'm really into. I think it's really great. I think that abstract lighting, again, it's all this artisanal feeling. It's the natural materials like marble, alabaster. There's so many. It seems like we just really appreciate those things. That this generation is just saying, I want something that really values nature and the idea of the artist and the creative, and I want something that feels special and unique, something that I haven't seen before, but can we make it in a way that I won't want to get rid of it in 6 months? And I think that there are a lot of options out there that are stunning. They're really beautiful and they're really special. They'll give you a unique feel that feels like you don't have the same lighting as everyone on your street. It's something really special, and they must, surely you must have sourced it from somewhere exotic, because it has that sort of exotic feel to it. Easy ways to use this trend. You can change out your lamps. That's such an easy way to bring this trend in. You can also do wall sconces. I've been eyeing some of the overhead lighting. I think just having something that's made of a natural material or it has a sculptural feel to it, it gives you that luxury look that really is just, it's really beautiful. Don't you guys think? I think it's just gorgeous. And you can have a really classic room and kind of edgy, just really bold lighting, and it can really balance out your space and help it to feel really interesting. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope it's left you feeling really inspired and ready to go and try out some of these new trends. You'll have to let me know down in the comments which of these is your favorite. Let me know if you like it when we only give you budget friendly, because we do also work in the luxury market, and so I tend on the YouTube channel to give you the budget friendly things, but we do actually also do the high end with a lot of our clients. Sometimes in our own home, we do splash out. And so yeah, let me know if you're interested in a true luxury video about where to find those things, where to shop, what you would be looking for. Just let me know if you're interested in that. We hope you've enjoyed today's video. We hope you'll check out the playlist. We love to give you guys playlists, so the channel is totally binge worthy. Thank you again for stopping by. We hope you'll hit subscribe and like and leave us a comment down below, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Louie back there. Hi, little Louie. Hi, little Louie. Are you sleepy? Have you had a busy day? It was thundering, wasn't it? Was it thundering? Are you sad about the thunder? It's okay, baby love. Okay, baby love. Stay right there, okay?